Right, well, after that first abortive start, I'm really sorry about that. That was an odd one. Again, for some reason, OBS decided to actually turn off my microphone, and it's going to be one of those days, I'm sure of it. Right, so just as I was quickly talking, I was talking about the intermittent fasting that I was doing. And on Thursday I actually did a 16km or 10-mile walk, hike. I did it quite actually fast, did it in 3 hours. I did it whilst fasted, and it worked perfectly up until around about half an hour towards the end when I started feeling a little bit faint. I ended up having to drink more water. So what I want you to take from this is the fact that listen to your body. If you need to eat, you eat. Okay. Sometimes when you intermittently fast, if you are following it like I am at the moment, you will feel hungry in the morning. What I tend to do is I drink water instead, or drink a brew. So I'm going to have some water now because I'm actually feeling quite hungry. It's just talking about it. And that will slake my appetite for quite a while. So I think what we should do is, I think we should actually introduce the equipment and then get on with it. Otherwise I might make more mistakes. So, the definite equipment is dumbbells, not a cleaning rag, which just seems to have just fallen down there. Dumbbells, water, mat, and a chair. I have put a chair down as mandatory, but you can use a step or anything like that for the bench dips. I will be using it alternately as well for the single leg deadlift. Single leg squats. The optional ones is a barbell or a single weight. So I've got a kettlebell here and a single weight. So it's distinctly up to you what you want. If you have a decently strong bag, you can stick loads of flour in it and create that one weight from that, because what we'll be doing, we're using that just for the straight leg deadlift, the first exercise. Right, so let's just I was suddenly wondering why were there so many comments. Right, there we go. Right, so everything's all right, so that's fine, that's working. Everything seems to be working now, I hope. Let's get on with it, shall we? I think we should warm up. Right.
Warm up.
So let's warm up. Let's start marching on the spot. Yeah, please excuse that lot. I'm getting ready for doing a quick camping adventure. I'm not going long. Just want to do something like that. Right, so marching on the spot. Get those knees higher. That's good. Right, we're going to really warm up the upper body today. So we're going to go arms up and down, up and down. That's it, just getting the shoulders nicely working. If you hear a click around about there, that's because your rotator cuff needs to warm up, and what we'll do is we'll do some exercises for those. Now, so we're going to go arms to the L shape, we're going to go down and up, down and up, down and up. Good. Now arms in, close it up, that L shape. Brilliant. Right, we're going to go forward now. We're going to open up one hand and then lower it down. Up and down. Up and down. Really work that rotator cuff. We're going to now put our arms up to the side and do it that way. And just turning your hand facing up and then facing down. I think I'm getting mine mixed up now. Doesn't matter whichever way you do it. This day can get any worse, unless the house collapsed on me. Right, let's push forward. Get that back and chest working now. That's it, cross those arms over. Brilliant. Right, let's see if we can hit the washing with some reach overs, which we're going to be doing later on. We'll just start stretching the lat. Also keep the lower body working as well now. Good. Right, we're going to just go marching on the spot. Right, so the first one is going to be, I'm going to start explaining it now, is the straight leg deadlift. The difference between straight leg deadlift and a deadlift is the straight leg deadlift actually teaches people to actually bend over at the waist to pick stuff up. Be careful of that, okay? What we need to be doing is going down with our legs slightly bent, but you don't actually bend down. So your hips go back and your hands follow. So if you've got dumbbells, use dumbbells to follow your legs. If you've got the barbell, see, I actually deadlifted that properly to pick it up. I'm going down, I'm following my legs down, following my legs up. I'm not using the ramp to go off, because this bit here can ramp off and people end up hurting the back. Deadlift, items up and down, go into a squat position, grab hold, and then pull up. That's how you lift up a good weight. So let's do the straight leg deadlift. If you're using dumbbells, use dumbbells. So just follow your legs down. That's it, keep your tummy tight. Look always at the ground in front of you, about 6 to 8 feet. Try and clench that bottom as you go up. So you're not actually trying to touch the weight to the ground, you're just going up and down like a lift. I have to remember to actually put the longer chapter mark in for that. Excellent, right, so deadlift the weight down. How do you do? Do you use dumbbells? Do you use barbells? Do you use a kettlebell or a bag? Right, so this time we're going to do squats in and out, squat jumps in and out. So we're going to start with an ordinary squat, hips back, we're going to jump in, and when we land, our legs are going to be wide, down, jump, legs in. Wide out,
3, 2,
legs in. If you don't want to do that, just go onto your tiptoes. Okay, so squat onto your tiptoes. Right, so we're going to start my squat, out, and then in. That's it, try and use those hands almost like trying to push the air through. You should really feel it in your glutes, this one, because you'll be jumping in and out, really working those glutes and thighs. 10 seconds.
Three,
2, 1.
change.
Brilliant, right, we're going to do press ups now. So, people who want to do press ups, there are plenty of ways of doing it. Hands underneath the shoulders, onto your toes, go down, elbows backwards, push up. You can do it on your knees. Make sure that your bottom is in between the line of your shoulder and your knees, not up like that, otherwise you'll be doing your shoulders and you won't be doing much stuff. If you want,
3, 2,
hex dumbbells,
exercise
or if your dumbbells
1,
slightly at an angle, you can use them to actually for better wrist placement for people with painful wrists. But I'm going to keep on with this. So pick out which one you want, and let's get going. If you want to do it on the wall, do it on the wall. But try and do a proper press up first until you can't do any more. Then start regressing it back. Remember to keep those elbows going backwards. I saw someone on TV who was supposed to do press ups and their elbows were up like that.
3, 2, 1, change.
And these were people who were supposed to be trained by professionals. Right. Bench dips, we're going to need the chair, or the bench, or the step. We're going to sit on. Depends on which way you want your wrists. You can either have them sideways, you can have them backwards. That was more painful on the wrist. Sideways is a lot easier. So you're going to bring your bottom off. You're going to go down to 90 degrees and push up. You notice I've got bent knees, that's an easier version. If you want a harder version, straighten your legs. Go down to 90 degrees and push up. Try and push down. If the chair starts moving backwards, that's because you're pushing at an angle. So try and keep that elbow above your hands. So this is really going to work your upper body in many different ways.
3, 2, 1, change.
Brilliant. Right, so if you need a bit of balance, you can use the chair. I'm going to try and just use this just to show you. This sideboard, what we're going to do is we're going to go onto one leg. So one leg goes back, the other leg, put your weight over the top of it. And what we're going to do is we're going to bend down until this back leg touches the floor. And then we go back up again. Push through your thigh, clench your bottom. Try and keep your knee behind your toes.
Exercise 1.5.
And this is just for balance, so you should be able to hold it with just one finger. If you want the harder version, try not to touch the floor at all. Oh, keep looking forward. 3, 2, 1 and change sides. This is where things get very wobbly. You can see I'm using my hands to actually counterbalance, to actually create a little bit more of a better centre of gravity over my knees and toes.
3, 2, 1, change.
Excellent, good. So I should really work that. So this one is a new one. Standing dumbbell flies. So how do you do this, you ask? Isn't that just a side raise? No, what we're doing is we're going to put it up, tummy tight, going to open up and back again. So we're going to work the chest and the shoulders. You might need slightly lighter weights.
3, 2,
So we're going to keep them up.
1.
Try not to
Exercise
lean back.
1.6.
Keep your tummy tight. Open and close. I'm going to go to an angle. So try not to swing. Nice and open and close. Open and close. If you want a bit of a rest, bring it down. Breathe, breathe, back again. Because this is quite intense, this.
Three,
2,
2,
1. Excellent, good.
Change.
Quickly put the dumbbells down, get that feeling back in your shoulders, get the blood flowing, and we're going to do full range, full front raises. What I mean by this? Full front raises, dumbbells down by the side, bring them up to eye height, back down again. The full raise is working your lats and a bit of your chest. So we're going to pull them up, all the way above your head, down, up.
3,
Try not to swing.
1.
When you get past eye height, you'll want to swing backwards. Try not to. Keep your tummy really tense. Don't pull it in, but keep it really tense. Let's go. You can see I'm nicely controlled, not using momentum whatsoever. I'm actually trying to retard the momentum, which actually helps work the muscles a lot more. There is a little bit of a sway as I go up, because you will do, because you'll have to try and counterbalance the weight going out. So you will
2,
lean back ever so slightly. You're not leaning back. Right, I seem to have missed an exercise, so what we'll do is we will,
Exercise 1. Water break.
since it's so hard, I'm going straight to the water break. Yeah, sorry, I picked the wrong one. But there you go. Quite a hard one today, isn't it? Nice water. Yeah, and I'm probably not slurping in front of you either. So what I'm going to do is, the first one again, which is the straight leg deadlift, I'll show you with dumbbells. But you can do it with a kettlebell. I like to have it directly in between my feet, and I go down and reach it up, and I just bend over and put it back in the same place, because that will support your back and make sure you're not actually creating an injury. So you can do it with loads of shopping. So let's do it with dumbbells. I'm going to get the dumbbells up. Are you ready? Straight leg deadlift in 15 seconds. So I'm going to follow my thumb. It's going to rest on my thigh, and I'm going to follow my legs down and back up again. I do get a little bit of a bend in the legs. The lower you go, the more you will.
Exercise 2.1.
Because the attempt to try and keep a nice straight leg, just get those hips back. You need to feel it in your hamstrings, which is the back of your legs. So this way, you have to keep your centre of gravity in the middle of your feet, because that's where the weights are. Twelve seconds.
3,
2, 1,
change.
and change. Excellent. Right, so we're going to do the in and out squat jumps. So how do you do with these? If you want, you can actually do a version where you go squat down, step out, squat down, step in, squat down, but make sure you go to the other side as well. Okay, so if you want a lower impact version, that's a good version to do, because then actually you're working the glutes in two ranges of motion. Right, so let's start with the squat jumps in and out. You can see when I land on the outside, my feet are slightly pointing outwards. My knees will follow automatically, and that will actually cushion my landing. This is actually quite, if you actually land properly, it's actually low impact. If you think about it, if you look at the newtons of weight, which this actually transfers into the ground, it's actually not much more than walking. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Right, press ups. Oh, who felt that in the thighs then and the glutes? I know I did. So press ups. So whichever one you want. If you want to use dumbbells, be careful. I tend to turn them slightly inwards, especially round ones, so they don't roll away. If you turn them that way, they tend to roll out. You end up face planting the floor. Yes, I have done that.
3, 2,
right.
1. Exercise
So elbow,
2.3.
hand underneath your shoulders, down, press up. Ten seconds.
3, 2, 1. Change.
Excellent. Sorry, I was concentrating there. I thought I didn't say anything. Right, so bench dips. Remember, if you want to use the easier version, bend your legs slightly underneath you. Not too far, otherwise you're not doing anything. But we're trying to work the triceps and a little bit of the back of the shoulders. So sit on the front, wiggle your way off,
1. Exercise 2.
go down. It's almost like you're trying to scrape your back on the front of the chair. Don't, because it hurts. this will seem a lot harder than normal. Why? Because we've just been doing press-ups, which actually works the triceps as well. And we're actually really trying to force them. So this is called pre-exhaustion. So we're actually in post-exhaustion now. Oh, I'm really feeling it now. Because what you've done is you've actually pre-exhausted them in the press-up.
Change.
And now you're trying to get them to work harder for another exercise. Right, single leg squats. So you can at least see you can do it without actually having a finger on there. I would need to look. If I change my view though, I kind of overbalance. Very common.
3.
Are you ready?
2, 1.
One leg.
Exercise 2.5.
So it's almost like you're trying to pull your shoulder down to your knee. And when I start talking to you, I'll lose my concentration, I'll lose my balance. And change feet. Four seconds.
3, 2, 1. Change.
Excellent, good. Those aren't exactly easy. So front standing dumbbell flies. As you can see, I would deadlift even dumbbells. I never just bend over and pick them up. Because I know, because I've had a bad back when I was larger. And once you've had a bad back, you always have a bad back, so you've got to be careful.
3, 2,
So,
1.
shoulders up.
Exercise 2.
Try to get your shoulders down, shoulder blades down. Try not to ride them up a little bit. I can actually feel that my right one, my green one, tends to want to lift up a little bit. That's because I've always had a problem with the scapula on that side not being as strong. It's a lot better than it was. Still working on it to actually try and strengthen it in comparison to the other side. Ten seconds.
Three, two, one. Change.
Brilliant. Right, get the lift floor back. Full range front raise. And now skip an exercise. Right. Okay, let's get the dumbbells back. Front raise, full front raise, going up.
2, 1.
And back down again.
Exercise 2.7.
So really feel the front of your body and the sides down there really tightening. So you can do this on the floor. It's actually a pullover. It's really good to do. Really good for your chest. Quite good for your lats and good for your shoulders as well. You've got to be careful when the weight's above your head though, not to drop it. Five seconds from now. 3, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Change.
Brilliant. Not exercise 8, but we're going to go for a water break.
Exercise water break.
So the best way to exercise, especially for these, is try and do the hardest one first. If you can't do any more, then regress it back. So with the press-ups, try and do a full press-up. This time, when you do a press-up, try and count how many you do. And next time you do them, try and beat that number by 1. That's the main thing, just try and beat it by 1. And if you can do that, then that's progression. So I think I got about 25 in that one. I did them quite slowly. So 2 seconds for a press up, it's not bad. Right, straight leg deadlift. I'm going to go back to the barbell. So again, I'm using the exact same system where my thumbs rub down. If I use the bar to rub down on my leg, because it's actually textured, it wears your trousers more, and if you're not wearing any trousers or shorts, you end up you can hurt your skin. You don't want that. You ready? So shoulders back and down. Try and keep them down at all times.
3, 2, 1.
Abdominals tight so it supports your back. Let's go. So remember to follow those legs all the way down. Keep that thumb in contact with the leg all the way down to the bottom. If you're not, you're going too far forward and you're putting pressure on the small of your back. If anyone has a bad back, doing these without weights, very slowly until you feel a pinch, you know, it gets painful, and just hold it there for a few seconds, then go back up again and try again. I find that actually helps my back. I'm not a chiropractor,
2,
but I find that helps.
change.
So you might find it as well. So I'm going to go over here and deadlift down again. I don't need it again. In and out squats, the one you love to hate. I thought the postie said I had a parcel coming. Obviously not. Right.
3, 2, 1.
So remember, we're going to start in, jump out. So squat, out, and then in. The higher you jump, the harder you work. That's it, 20 seconds left. Oh, I've got a message down, I'll read it in a minute. I'll read it once you do press ups, I think. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Change.
Right. Yes, it's in the dumbbell flies, it's better to have straight arms, because if the weight's too heavy, you tend to actually compensate by just bending your arms back a little bit. So lighter weights will be better. Right, press ups. So if you want to count.
3, 2,
Try and remember the number.
1. Exercise 3.3.
Oh, the dumbbell's in the way. Right, let's go. 5. 10 for me. 15. 20. 25. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Could have gone to 32, but I only did 30. Hard work effort on the third round. You don't tend to do as many. Right, bench dips. Hope that answered your question, by the way. If you do pull them in, try and lift them up a little bit.
2,
So your elbow is in line with your shoulder.
exercise 3.4.
Because that'll still help you with your shoulder strength. Because if you're lowering it down, you're going to lose tension. Right, sorry about that. Bench dips. "20 seconds left. "10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Change.
Oh! Got those already done with now. Single leg squats. I'm going to put these further down. You don't want these straight after in and out squats. Why is that flashing? Oops. Change the music. Sorry.
3, 2,
Single leg squats.
exercise
Let's go.
3.5.
So if you do need balance, remember, try and use as littler perches as possible, because this is all about balance, this one, as well as strength. Trying to really work that knee, because this is good for arthritis, especially the going back bit. It's almost like a reverse lunge, but you really are working those muscles around the kneecap and really trying to stabilise that knee. Oh, sorry, swap sides. The further down you can get, the better, the harder it is, but it more works the hips and the glutes as well.
Change.
Right, standing dumbbell flies. So just to reiterate on the question I asked, should I use lighter dumbbells if my arms are bending? Yes, and if you haven't got it at the moment, just raise them up a little bit so the elbow is in line with the shoulder, so you really are trying to work that shoulder. Because the further in a weight comes,
3,
the lighter it is, because the less weight, less strength you've got to use.
3.6.
So I'm going to go like that. So I'm going out and in. Because you'll see some people in the gym, they pick up really heavy weights and they bring them there and they go trying to do lateral flies, lateral raises. But basically it's because the weight's way too heavy. It's better to have a nice straight arm and out and try and keep it under control. It's when things start
3,
going
1.
messy
Change.
like that and you start clanging weights, that's when it can have problems. Right, full range front raises. Oh, I'm way out of breath now. I've been talking more than normal. I was probably talking an awful lot when it was quiet, when the microphone wasn't working.
Three,
2,
1.
1.
Exercise
Does anyone
3.6.
believe it's going to get to 23 degrees today? And dry? Nice and easy. I forgot what to actually look for from that. Ah, right. Ten seconds.
Three, 2, 1. Change.
Brilliant. Right, that's those done. We can put everything, all the dumbbells away, all the weights away. Just get your mats out now. And because I'm nice, I'm going to slowly go over here and give you an extra rest.
Exercise water
There you go.
break.
You've had an extra 30 seconds. I forgot to straw, but I drink it like that. Right, so the next exercise is reverse crunch with a hip hinge. So we're going to get down on the mat. Legs down to the ground. It's easier. I'd like you to keep your feet off the ground at all times, but if you want to put your legs down, you can do. But I would recommend it's a more intensive exercise if you actually keep them up. Some people straighten their legs and then go into a reverse crunch. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, I'll show you the full version, so it's up, crunch, and then as you come up, your hip hinge up. So in this one you might want to actually just tuck your shirt to the back of your leggings, or your shorts, because also that will reduce the noise your back makes on the floor, like trumping noises. So we're going to do 15 of these, and 15 Superman. So what we're going to do after that, I'll just show you. We're going to flip over onto our front, hands in front. At the same time, we're going to lift our feet off and our arms up and down again. Up and down. A little bit like the Superman flying through the air. Out, and then we'll do reach overs. We'll do that afterwards. Okay? So you ready? 15 crunches at your own time. Start now. And a hip hinge. Up. 1, 2. I tend to like to have my hands down by the side. 3. You don't have to. 4. Like me now. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Almost there. 11. 12. 13.
3, 2,
14.
1. Core 2.
15. Oh, that's why I believe like sit like this. Right, we've got 15. Ignore this timer. It's a very old timer. I should delete it actually. On to Superman. So we're going to flop over now. Arms down in front. Legs together, arms together. We'll lift up both the arms and the feet at the same time. 15 of them. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember to breathe. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. Right, we can beat the timer. Okay. I can't believe I forgot I had this one on. Right, so we're going to do...
2.
We'll wait for it to shut up.
Core 3.
There we go. Right, we're going to do reach overs. So we're going to do 100. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to keep on going. Okay, so let's get going. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Try and pick those apples. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Well, yeah, that's right. 45, 46, 7, 48, 49, 50. I'm going to count from 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. There we go. So you can actually see that really did work your cardio as well. We're not going to do one set of that. We'll get onto cool down now. Right. Let your heart rate get down because those were really intensive. As you can see, that's a good cardio. Just to do 100 of those. Right. So what we're going to do is feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, hands on thighs. We're going to do the almost like the straight leg deadlift. We've got hands going down, bottom goes backwards. Try and touch those toes. Really feel those pull over the hamstrings, just there. It's bad if you've got a little bit of a bend in these legs at the moment, because you do actually still stretch the hamstring with a little bend. Also, you don't lock your knees out because that hurts your patella, your kneecap. Alright, let's come up, nice and easy. We're going to go into a thigh stretch. So if you need to hold onto the side, hold onto the side. Grab hold of the back of your leg and to pull yourself up. If you need to, just grab hold of your ankle, pull it up. Try and get that knee behind this knee. Clench your bottom, and then look up to the ceiling. And you really will stretch that thigh. Three, two, one. Swap sides. So it's always good to keep your eye on one point. I find with this, stops you from swaying, because if you're going like that, see I'm doing that, I completely lost my balance there. So just one point. Look at one point only. Get my balance back. 3, 2, 1, and down. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to open our chest up. Really try and sit that chest out, hands facing forward. Turn your hands over, push back a bit more. Really try and get that chest out. So you're like trying to arch out. 2, 1, excellent. Hands together, turn them over. Push up. Really stretch high. That's doing the biceps, a little bit the lats. So you can go sideways and really do the lats, which is that bit there. Yeah, let's go to the side. And we'll go to the other side. 2, 1, back up. Right, one hand, bend up, go behind your head. Grab hold of the elbow and pull up a little bit further. So you're actually stretching your tricep. 3, 2, 1, change over. So I'm doing the other one now. 3, 2, 1, excellent, good. Let's just round those shoulders off. Really try and get the feeling back into them, and we'll push forward. Really try and push forward. It's almost like you're trying to push your back backwards and your hands forward. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. And thank you very much. Got 3 seconds.
2, 1. Your timer
Brilliant.
is complete.
And timer. So hopefully, I hope you all had a good time, even though we had an audio problem at the beginning. People watching this, I've cut it out, so sorry about that. I'll see you all tomorrow for Step Up. I hope you have a really nice, healthy, happy day. God bless, and I'll see you all later. So take care and have fun. There you go, for the people who are actually recording. This is the first time you'll see this card. And no music. Bye for now.